Good morning, everyone. My name is Twana Ahorangi Bartlett. I'm a violet bright twin flame in Parakai, New Zealand. This is your tarot spread for the 24th of March, 2017. And because it's Friday, I'll be drawing 6 cards, 3 for today and 3 for the weekend. The tarot deck I'm using is the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. It's a really luxurious deck. I love working with it. And for inspiration, I'm using the Gaia Oracle cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce the name there. So because I'm drawing 6 cards, and thank you for the feedback for people saying that they like to see me when I draw the cards or when I read the cards. So I'll do my best to do 6 cards, and we'll see how it is going to work today. I wish everybody a beautiful weekend, and I hope you all had a good week, and thank you for the feedback about the accuracy of my readings. Right, so let's see what comes in. The first card is the Hanged Man. So this is feeling the need not to take action, having to think about things, waiting for new perspectives, perhaps doing yoga in the mornings or some kind of meditation before you start your day. So there is and if it's not a choice of your own, it might be feeling that life is forcing you to hang out, like life is slamming on the brakes and closing the doors on you and forcing you to wait for new perspectives. So this morning is not a time for, making quick decisions, and I would most probably suggest going with the flow. And if your energy is low and you feel like you're a bit tired and you can't manage with your demands during the day, make time for yourself to have a rest and just to breathe and be. It's also about sacrifices. You might have to sacrifice something in the morning, maybe your time or some other resources to help somebody out. The second card is the King of Wands. So if you start out slow, you'll be picking up speed. Around about lunchtime, you'll be very much action orientated. There's also a strong male energy coming in for the middle of the day, a connection with a male that is goal orientated, action orientated, charismatic. He leads by example. He can be very inspiring. So I do get the feeling that perhaps there'll be conversations on how do you do this, that this person might come along and show you and give you the perspectives that you're waiting for. For the end of the day, we have the Knight of Swords again. So once again, we have this really random energy coming in. It could be somebody who is, very fast with the words, very fast. I get fast cars. Maybe you decide to go on, one of those little, those Grand Prix tracks where you race the cars around, or maybe you want to play some Xbox, Need for Speed or something like that. I do get sort of a fun feeling around it. This card doesn't have to be traumatic or dramatic. It could just be fun and doing something impulsive. Also a young person coming in who has the interests of those type of activities. Now, the first card that comes up for the weekend is the High Priestess. So this is a card of inner reflection, and I find this very interesting that I had both this Knight of Swords and the High Priestess yesterday. So for people who had situations concerning, being very reflective, and also we have the Hangman there as well, being very reflective and not feel like you need to spend time with yourself, but it seems like there's these people that come along that draws you out of your you know, you're soulless, and they demand your attention. So there might be a little bit more of that. So the High Priestess is once again a counseling. It's listening. It's not action orientated. It is perhaps looking for inner wisdom, or women coming together. You know, like just a conversation with a really good friend. You know, and talking boys and things like that. Maybe I get who's having babies, so maybe you could have an occasion about, you know, like a baby shower or something. That's also a possibility. We have the Hierophant coming in as the next card. So I truly feel that this is about nourishing your inner child. You know, reconnect with yourself, because there's a lot of inner reflection coming in this weekend. I see walks along the beach. I see reconnecting with yourself, but also remember to nourish your inner child. Also, this creates stability. So if today is a little bit random and all over the place, and your quiet moments have been disturbed, in the weekend you'll find there'll be more opportunities where you can breathe and be and not be disturbed, because this sort of brings in a nice, firm, secure sort of energy. Also, people might decide to go to some or other institution, or it's about learning and teaching. So with the High Priestess and the Hangman in this combination, I would say there would be some people out there who will be going to classes for intuitive development, maybe yoga, or, you know, developing your spiritual gifts. This is what I get with this card combination. Then also we have the Tower to end the weekend. Now, please, you know, the Tower doesn't, it's about a swift change. It doesn't necessarily have to be dramatic. It could just be something that happens suddenly. And it could mean, especially with the combinations, I'm just going to turn the camera down. So with these combinations, what I see is we have people turning inward, and I feel that there's a lot of people who will have sudden realizations that is life-changing, okay? But I want to put out a warning, is just a heads up, that there is a person around who can be very mean with words, because these two cards speak to each other, the Knight of Swords and the Tower, and this person does not take feelings into consideration at all. This person might say shocking things, do shocking things, but if you stay centered in yourself, in your own life wisdom that you have acquired throughout your life, if you just breathe and be, and know that whatever this other person is going through, that it is not your issues, that it's their issues, and they must sort it out, while you, and I think this is where the learning comes in as well, is to distinguish between what is mine and what is theirs. And there will be opportunities in this weekend to be really, you know, deep, to find answers inside yourself for questions that you have been asking about life. Now, the card that I did draw from the Gaia deck is called Evolution. And this card speaks to this whole situation where it is asking, how much in control of your life are you? Are we as a collective at the mercy of some or other power or source, God, whatever you perceive higher energy to be? Are we at the mercy of this energy? Or do we actually play a part and have freedom of will in how we live our life? You know, do the ultimate result. Is it what we achieve, or is it what God wants you to achieve? And, you know, we live on Gaia. You know, we know Earth is changing, the environment is changing, people around us are changing, And this is part of that very big process that is happening. And so I find that this card ties in with seeking that answers inside of you. How do I fit into the grand scheme of things? How does my life work for me on a smaller scale? And how does it influence, my life? How much do I allow, powers from the outside to influence me? And how much of my own influence and my own free will do I use to live a happy, beautiful life? And this is about standing in your truth as well. This is why you're going, those inner journeys, is because you're going to find these answers so that you can live a deeper, meaningful, more spiritual life that will be rewarding for you, and not necessarily for other people, because we're all here on our own journey. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I truly love connecting with you. I wish everybody a beautiful weekend. Light and love.